Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now, rapper Kanye West is trending right now for going on what seems like the craziest rant of all time on Twitter. He's been talking about so many people in the music industry, talking about their mama, their sister, and their children as well. This is crazy. It's also continuous because he's still tweeting right now as we speak. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into the craziest tweets that he's been tweeting. Of course, there's a lot, but like I said, we're going to get into the craziest ones. Now, I think one of the craziest ones that we didn't expect was him talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z, especially because we know that Kanye West and Jay-Z were very close at one point. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that anymore. But anyways, Kanye West, he posted and he said, "Wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids?" There, and he ends up calling them the R word. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having our children is a choice, okay? Now, you probably won't find this tweet on his Twitter anymore because he actually decided to delete it. And then he posted and he said, "I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person." So Kanye West is letting it be known, like, I'm not a good person. I don't care about these people. This is why I'm posting this and I'm standing on it. But because my Twitter can't get deleted or canceled, I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. But not because I'm a good person. I don't have no sympathy for what I'm posting about these people. It's crazy. Anyways, he also said, "I took it down like Down syndrome. Get it? Am I right? Am I right? The world, real talk, F everybody." Okay, so he's saying F everybody. And then he says, "I know it's going to hurt Jay-Z too." And then he's basically been insinuating that Jay-Z is going to have to off him. But yeah, he said, "I know it's going to hurt Jay-Z to KILL me, but somebody's got to do it." So it seems like at this point, let's just be real. It seems like Kanye West has a DEATH wish, okay? With what he's posting, with what he's been saying. Kanye West gives that he's probably severely, depressed. He also said, "I know Jay-Z is driving around like blank. I have to KILL Kanye," okay? He said, "I love Jay-Z and I do feel bad. I always felt like the black sheep, like I wanted a family in this music-ish. I'd run on stage thinking that I was doing the right thing and would always be slight. Hove not coming to my first wedding, him putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl over me, or even us never being invited to blank, taking jabs about my red hat on Donda. I felt like both him and his wife could have helped me have more leverage with my kids. They could have used their cultural position to not just watch the Kardashians run me over. Blank hurts, so F both of them because when I needed them, it was F me." And then he said, "I also don't want Jay-Z to get in trouble for KILLING me. Maybe Drake's offer top 5 can come KILL me, child." So I think this is very concerning. I think for the longest time, obviously, we've been saying that Kanye West needs help, but I don't think that anybody's stepping in to do anything. Not that anybody can step in and do anything, because obviously a lot of people are just going to see this as Kanye West is just going on a rant. He's crazy. This is signs of a mental health issue. It just seems like he is very much depressed, especially saying that, he feels like he's going to get KILLED. Now, he also then goes in to talk about Cardi B. He says, "Where Cardi B going to be in 10 years from now? They used her." And then he said, "Cardi B replaced Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion replaced Cardi B, Doja Cat replaced Megan Thee Stallion, and Doechii replaced Doja Cat after Doja started popping this blank-ish." Funny how similar Doja and Doechii's name are. They had Lizzo to promote black obesity. I'm really proud of Lizzo. She's an amazing talent and she's taken her life into her own hands. And then Cardi B actually ends up responding to Kanye West's tweet. She posted and she said, "7 years later, one album, still being a topic and still being asked about my music. I'm anointed and I have a real fan base. They come and go, but the brim is still here and will stay." Okay, now that's one thing about Cardi B. Yes, people are still talking about her dropping this second album. But honestly, for Cardi B, I could see where she can flex that, right? But secondly, she has to understand a lot of her fans are expecting an album, so it's not really so much to flex. I mean, some people are very disappointed that she has only had one album come out. But then again, Cardi B, we could see, it seems like she's still talented. She's collaborated with a lot of artists, even though she hasn't put out her own music. That honestly is a gift, to have people still talking after all of this time and asking you to drop your own album, and you just haven't done it all this time. I mean, I think for someone who was irrelevant and maybe not even that talented, people would have already stopped expecting them to drop anything else and stop talking about it. Now, Kanye West, he also posted and he said, "Let me start by saying I have hit women before." Then he starts to talk about Cassie Ventura, which is P. Diddy's ex-girlfriend. And he says, so Cassie ain't extort Puff. And then he says, Cassie came to Puff and said, give me 30 million or I'm gonna release a tell-all book. That's look like extortion to me, okay? Now, Cassie, she actually ends up responding. Any other time, we know that Cassie would be quite quiet in these types of situations. She ends up reposting what rapper Playboy Cardi posted. He ended up telling Ye, Kanye West, we know Ye is his nickname. He said, Ye, STFU, which means shut the F up. Okay, I think a lot of people are saying this at this point about Kanye West and him going on this rant. So Cassie ends up reposting it, and I guess that's just her response. Like, I agree with Playboy Cardi that Kanye West needs to just be quiet at this point. And I don't think that we can expect Kanye West to be quiet at this point. Honestly, it just seems like this ranting thing is his hobby. And he said that him crashing out is like him breathing, so he just doesn't mind going off. Who has the time to waste all of this energy, okay? I don't know. I wonder what Kanye West is doing while he's posting these tweets. Like, is he sitting on his bed just posting these tweets? Is he at his dinner table just eating and then posting these tweets? Like, what is he doing? Is he actually upset? Because from what we're getting, all caps, it just seems like in the things that he's saying, it seems like he's very upset doing this. But more on a serious note, I honestly don't agree with him bringing Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids into this. If he does have a problem with Jay-Z and Beyonce, keep that between them. They're all supposed to be adults. I just don't understand what it is with people bringing kids into the mix. Like, why bring kids into adult drama? Why bring kids into adult emotions? I think if you feel compelled to bring kids into your drama or your adult drama, that should show you, and that's a telltale sign that you are being quite childish. You need to chill out quite a bit. I think this is a pure example of everyone handles hurt different. And Kanye West is obviously expressing that he's very hurt about the way that Beyonce and Jay-Z have went about things, and that he actually wanted help. He felt like once he got on stage and said what he said, with the whole Taylor Swift drama, that he was actually standing up for Beyonce, and he didn't feel like Beyonce and Jay-Z came to his defense. So he feels very slighted. Obviously, he still feels some type of way about that, because that is something that went down in history and it was so big. I mean, honestly, I thought that Kanye West would have let it go, honestly, but it just seems like it's still something that aggravates him and makes him feel away, even though it's surprising because we have seen Jay-Z and Beyonce and Kanye West be cool and have dinner and go out to places even after that situation. So like I said, it just seems like he feels some type of way, maybe about something else, and he's taking his anger out on other people in the music industry. But like I said, this is the way that he's deciding to express his hurt, by completely going off. But to bring Jay-Z and Beyonce's kids into this, it just seems like he feels like Jay-Z and Beyonce are superior to him. And to be able to bring Jay-Z and Beyonce seemingly in his mind down to his level, he decided to use their kids to clap back like, aha, you may feel like you have it all, or you're superior, or you never had an embarrassing moment, or you did this and that to me, or you didn't help me out while I had your best interest, but your kids are this way, which is very, very messed up. Keep kids out of adult drama. Honestly, just don't feel like it's necessary to bring anybody's kids into this mess. What do you guys think that Jay-Z is going to say and do after this? Honestly, I do feel like I said, my final point will be that Kanye West just seems very depressed. He seems like a very hurt person. Honestly, at some point, some people who are very, very low down and depressed, this is why depression can get very dangerous if you're not working actively to fix it or take some type of medication, because some people start to do some crazy things and they start to show, like, it starts to show that they don't want to live or be here anymore, or they start to insinuate that someone's going to kill them, or they want somebody to kill them. Okay, and I think that's what Kanye West is trying to do. Like, yeah, Jay-Z, you know, go ahead and off me, go ahead and do this. Okay, and we know that it's been rumors of rapper Jay-Z allegedly offing, having people set up to be offed, and I don't know. This is some crazy stuff that's going on. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about rapper Kanye West going on this crazy rant on Twitter. Do you think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are just going to stay silent about this and continue to stay silent, or do you think behind the scenes they're probably setting up something like Kanye West is assuming that Jay-Z is doing, he's going to have him off? Do you guys believe that or not? Let me know in the comment section. Once again, thank you so much for watching Room for Tea. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a blessed rest of your night.